That's the thing. I sold every microphone that I had before. The ones that I sold them to get the money to put it towards the next one. Okay. So yeah, I had about 2 microphones before I got into a real studio. Yeah. And then once I got into a real studio, I just
we gonna recreate that.
Definitely. Oh my God, I already manifested that for sure.
We gonna do that.
Grandma's still gonna be here too. She gonna be able to.
No, you thinking I'm talking about it like some months. Like I'm talking about in the next few weeks.
Okay, cool. Like, say less for sure, for real. Yeah, and the thing about it, she's full of life. You ready?
We gonna shoot that.
Okay,
like,
cool.
Bring a few cameras,
bet.
Some lights, and we gonna do
for real. We gonna do that. I'm down. I'm down. I wanted to tag your people, but I forgot about it. I'm gonna tag them in there later on though.
Okay, yeah, tag us in there later. What's going on? The Lighthouse Black Girls Project, loveblackgirls.org.
Yeah, I'm gonna tag them in there later on. Got Brody up in here.
So here goes. So in finding your voice, you talked about starting in church. So like, what were the initial things that you were kind of seeing and hearing and thinking like, okay, I'm definitely going to talk about this. Like, what were those things like?
Yeah, man, just experiencing life. You know, I feel like every artist who comes out with an authentic sound, just they are tuned in to themselves. You feel me? Like they ain't trying to be like nobody else. So just going through stuff and figuring out what life was, and then like, dang, all right, bet my own unique story can go into this music, which I already like. Cause I forgot to tell you, I started off doing YouTube remixes, you know, like covers on YouTube. I started doing that in like the summer of 8th and 9th grade, 2010. And my city was just, I don't know, it was just rocking with me heavy off that. Like super heavy early, and I hadn't even made an original song yet. So yeah, I had a nice little buzz off of that when I was
ninth grade, right?
Yep.
So like, so I've never not been able to rap.
I feel you. I feel like you're just born with it, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never not been able to do it, right?
For sure.
And in that,
I gotta hear you, man.
In that was kind of my identity.
Good.
Like, so, like, I remember, you know, first week of school, like, going from middle school to high school, being like, buddy rap.
Yeah.
And, like, the upperclassmen, like,
yeah, they knew you as
let's go.
Rap.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Like if you rap.
Yeah, see, back then you had to like.
So then when I handle, right, and then it's like, oh, buddy really can rap. Yeah. That was just my identity.
Battle rap.
That was my identity. My entire like high school career.
So people probably still ask you about that shit right now.
Yeah, like every time they see me, it's like, man, how you doing, man? You still making music?
That's how it's gonna be.
All right. So with you, right? Like you said, you had a buzz because you were at a different time. Like, so what was the reaction to you, right? Like, how was the energy around you making that music? Like, how did people respond to it?
At the time, I didn't know. I wasn't paying attention to it at the time because like social media wasn't to a point where like it was looked at as something you could use as a tool to like, you know, get a buzz. But I just started putting it on YouTube, man. It was crazy. I just decided to throw some music on YouTube one day. People started listening to it, like my friends from school, then they parents and stuff started hitting my moms up at work. Like, your daughter on YouTube. Yeah, it was crazy. But I recognize it because, like, even like I said, even my brother and my cousins can tell you, we went in a mall one time and people were like trying to take pictures with me. It's crazy. I had a bird. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. But that's when I really realized, like, oh dang, okay, the internet is something. Like, that's when Instagram wasn't even around yet. Like, I'm conscious of when Instagram came, all of that. So it was like really when Facebook was popping. So I took that and I started making original songs from that buzz. But like they didn't really catch the wave of it because, you know, versus hearing something familiar like a covered song is, you know, hearing an original song. I guess, you know, some people fall off of it, you know, because it's just, I don't know, shit. When we hear like radio or mainstream songs, that's more popular than hearing the original. So Yeah, but I still have my few folks who still rocked with me. Like, okay, she got something to say.
Okay.
So yeah, started making my original songs and stuff. Got my own little fan base. Started making mixtapes. That's when that started. Started making mixtapes. I dropped my first project probably like 10th grade. It was 2012. I dropped a project called Self Made that I recorded on the microphone my grandma bought me.
Yeah.
Yep, in my room. It was about 10 songs. I mixed it, everything, man. I ain't know nothing about it. Now it's like everybody, I mixed this, I mastered this by myself. I ain't know nothing about that. I used to just send it to my brother too. He was off in college, 4 hours away. So I was by myself at this point. But yeah, it seemed like when he left, I just started grinding extra hard. I ain't had nothing else to do. He like my best friend, if you can't tell. Yeah, I don't really hang with too many folks with my brother, so started doing that by myself, man. And he was getting amazed by it. Like, what you doing? How you doing this in your room all the time? It just show you hard work, just grinding. Just, I don't know, practice, perfect shit, for sure. So
I like that.
Definitely. I'm trying to get back on that, though, because it's just making me get back into that headspace. Like, damn, I was doing that shit every day. And now I'm just like, okay, studio time, this time. Nah, I'm trying to have my own setup again so I can wake up and get at it.
It's cool.
For sure.
All right, so, like, as you started, like, emerging, as you started kind of creating the content, like, what's some of the work, what was some of the response to the work, right? Like, what was, you say you put out your tape in the 10th grade, so what was the energy like meeting that? Like, because you in school, you had a captive audience, like, so what was that like?
See, I didn't know too much. See, now I'm a business person. I can put that out to you right now. I'm so focused on the business aspect now because I'm really taking it serious. Am I too far from the microphone?
A little bit, but yeah.
Because I'm really taking it serious. But yeah, back then I wasn't too focused on the business aspect, so I just put it out. You know, put out the link on a couple websites, and you know, so ain't too many people here. It's probably like some folks who don't even know I put it out. So you know, I really don't know what the response was like. I didn't know music videos, like nothing.
Yeah, like so when I talk about response, like I remember like the first time I let somebody hear a song that I made, right? Like,
okay.
And their response was just like, "You did this?"
Yeah, for sure.
Like it was just.
Even if it's just one person.
Like, no, like, everybody was like, this you for real?
Yeah.
Like they were really trying to wrap their brain around, like...
It being you on the song.
Yeah. So, like, what was it like when people were kind of getting into it? Like, how were they kind of...
I'm going to use my family as an example, man. Yeah. My family, to this day, they just still just looking like, that's you? So, yeah, them hearing, like, my music for the first time, me just being recorded on an original song, is just... That response, they said I sound like I could be on the radio, I guess. Even though I never aimed to be on the radio, I would like a radio record. But I never aimed to be on the radio. So they just let me know they see it as a professional thing rather than, you know, a kid just going to make music in their room. Okay. So, yeah, got on to that little buzz that I had going on. I was like, okay, this can't stop. It didn't stop. Even without the buzz, it wasn't gonna stop. I live and breathe this. You feel me? Like I love hip hop, I love rap, I love soul music, especially Mississippi artists for sure. So yeah.
So like, when did you do your first? When did you do your first show?
My first show, This is crazy. I just wrapped my brain around it this morning. That's crazy as hell. I performed twice in high school in talent shows.
Okay. 9th
and 10th grade. I did no more shows until I did a girls' Sweet 16, whatever year we turned 16, probably 11th grade. So 9th, 10th, and 11th grade. I graduated in 2014, did no shows like in between. Yeah. I did audience control with Skipp this past February. And it was a 45-minute show that I headlined.
Yeah. Wow.
Man, I perform in my room. You feel me? Like, I never even thought to, I don't know, man. I don't know. In Hattiesburg, we just don't have, we do have a few now, but we didn't, growing up, have too many platforms or, you know, showcases for young artists to just go. I'm trying to build that. That's what I'm doing because I'm trying to have that going on. We ain't got too much. That's why I love all this that's going on here. Even if it's small stuff, like so for somebody to go get on a microphone and showcase their talent. So yeah, man, I just
Okay. All right.
Winged it. And it was fun as hell.
Yeah. Like, so what was how did you feel received? Like, did you feel like people was like really checking for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I study a lot of artists, especially I'm talking about old artists, to the point where, you know, they didn't have that much technology back in the day, so they had to rehearse their shit over and over and over and over again. Mm-hmm. So I studied them like all the time throughout high school. I went to college for a few years. Sorry, Mom, I said went.
So like, yeah, like, you know, yeah. Happens. So like, what who were like your influences? Like, you talk about you study older artists, so like, who did you kind of study?
Man, there's so many, man. Michael Jackson, James Brown.
Okay.
I studied Nina Simone and the Temptations. We grew up watching the Temptations. Just their performances and their deliverance. Like, they just practice with that shit all the time. And then growing up, I studied hip hop artists like Lauryn Hill. I'm still getting on like older hip hop artists, but I fucks with De La Soul. I fucks with Tribe. Like, I just watched their live performances. Like, this shit dope. We grew up listening to Bone Thugs and Harmony, man. Like, yeah, man. We got all kinds of influences in this music. It's crazy.
Yeah. So like, I was really setting you up for that. Like, so, what was your like in being like, yo, like we really rocking with, you know, like De La Soul is my favorite rapper.
What?
I think Outkast is the best rapper.
Bruh, I was about to say, I was just going up the timeline. Okay, nowhere near it.
Yeah, Outkast is the best, but I think I'm pretty sure that De La Soul is my personal favorite.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a funny story.
I want to hear it.
All right, so I went to Dallas, and a buddy of mine was like, "You want to go to the De La Soul concert?"
Where?
I was like, "Yeah, let's go." So we sneak in, like we snuck in, like we were some paupers, and we just like walked in, like, and they was like, "No, like he's supposed to be in here." Pointing at me, and the lady at the door was like, "Oh, okay, y'all go in." So we just went in. We catch De La Soul. And then that's how I found out they were on tour.
Where was y'all at? In Texas?
In Dallas.
Okay.
In Dallas. I left that show, I left Dallas that Sunday.
Yeah.
Drove back to Jackson. Dropped off my wife at the time. And then drove to Memphis and caught them on Sunday night.
Grind, bro. You dedicated.
Right. So went and caught them Sunday night. And
I would have done it, bro. It was worth it, though. Bro, that whole era.
Yeah. So I'm still trying to get on at this point. So, like, I find out where they go in, and I come out, and Dave is coming out the door. And I'm like, yo, Dave, let me give you my record.
Yeah.
So, of course, I gave Dave my record. He dapped me up and, you know, just, like, did the typical keep your chin up, kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then he got into an old Camry and drove away. And I just...
You remember this.
I just, like, kept thinking to myself...
for a reason, man.
Dave is in a Camry.
With my CD. Driving away with that.
And hopefully he listened to it.
And I understand that feeling because last October, which was... it was a week before my project dropped, but it was a week that Big Crit's project dropped. I had just heard about his CD signing in Meridian like 2 days before it was going down, man. My brother was like, man, you gotta go get Crit CD. Go get the CD, get it signed too. I was just like, man, we don't even go to concerts. Like, we're from the hood, man. We don't... What is a concert? You feel me? I hate that it's that way, but it's all like imagination. It's on TV videos. It's all we see. You might see the nigga at a club or something if we go, you know. But I definitely wish I would have went to more concerts growing up. But yeah, it was a big experience for me because, like I said, we don't go to too many concerts or nothing like that. We don't see too many famous folks. So went to Meridian, which is his hometown. Right. Got to the spot. It was like late as hell. For real, it was late, like on 2 wheels, and they closed the line like right when I got there.
Wow.
Right after me. They didn't even want to let us in, like me and like the 2 people who was before me. I had my CD. I didn't even have the covers yet, bro. It was like a HP. I wrote every track on it. I'm talking about my email, my Instagram, Twitter, everything. dapped him up, and it was just like, yeah, I'm gonna listen to it. I gotta go back to Georgia tonight. I'm gonna hit you up. No, he didn't say he was gonna hit me up. I'm just on the high right now thinking about it. He said he was gonna listen to it for sure. I was just like, dang. So like, I definitely can't compare to that feeling. Like, I'm just thinking right now that he still got that bitch sitting up somewhere in the collection.
Yeah, like, you know, like
you know,
that's dope, man. Like, so
that's groovy, bro. You got your CD.
Yeah,
Still I sold. That's bro. I feel like our whole generation capping from that whole era. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's history repeats itself. They think this new man. I pay homage to the Trailblazers.
So boom. You pay homage to the Trailblazers.
Promise.
So who are your Trailblazers?
That is a good question. Ooh, my Trailblazers. Dang. It's so many, man. It's so many, but I'm gonna pay homage to Big Crit for sure, because me being a young black woman from Mississippi trying to get into the hip hop game, it's like I went to school in Georgia right after I graduated, simply for the music. I could have went to USM. My hometown has 2 colleges in it, USM and William Carey, but I wanted to go to school in Georgia to go get on with the music, because that's what I do. So yeah, I told my mom I wanted to go to school in Georgia in college. She been having it out with me since I was little. It's just different. So she's like, okay, we'll, try to make that happen. We made it happen. But once I got there, I really got on Crit's music, because I could feel his energy of him like trying to get on, like no guidance, no blueprint, like no DJs to just, I'm gonna pass the CD to the big homie over here with the label, So just, hearing his stories and shit, he talks about how he got signed and how he regrets, signing to, the label and shit because of the shit he went through, So it's just a bunch of information that I get from, Crit and other artists like
who?
Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, those guys that are just trying to keep that real rap alive, for sure. I definitely study them.
So you said Crit,
Kendrick, Cole. And then we got to go back to the old hip-hop scene, because they was spitting some real stuff. Man, when I listen to this stuff these days, I'm just like, bro, they talk about the same stuff we talking about 30 years later, man. It's sad. It's really a little sad, man.
A little.
It's really sad.
It's horrible.
It's like it was yesterday. Like, it's crazy. So I definitely I fuck with Lauryn Hill heavy, man. Like, when she held it down in the Fugees, for sure. That was dope. I want to be in a rap group.
Like, so I'm setting you up, and you falling into the trap.
I'm in there.
Right. So you ensnared in it, right? So you say you listen to your influences, right?
Mm-hmm.
You say Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
You say Cole. You say Crit.
And there's no order.
and then you like ellipses, Lauryn Hill, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, where the women at?
Where the women at? See, that's what I was getting to. I was getting to that.
Okay.
I was getting to that. Cause I gotta dig deep. Like I said, I'm a hip hop head, but I'm a singer as well. Like I pay attention to the vocalists. So when I think women, I'm just thinking about singers, man. Like that's all I can think about when I think women. So I dig a lot of underrated women singers like Jasmine Sullivan. I came up on her. I came up listening to Alicia Keys' Sade. My mom used to play Sade. When we was growing up, we used to. Want to know something funny?
All right, here we go.
My mom gonna laugh when she see this. When we were growing up, my mom had some music on her computer, and we thought, because I love my voice, by the way, my talking voice. I don't listen to myself sing that much, but I love my talking voice. I used to hate it, so this is great to me. I used to hate it because it's so monotone, Right. But Sade, we thought it was a guy when we was growing up. We called him Sade. On me, man. We called him man. We thought it was a man. Didn't listen. We wouldn't listen to the words. Sade's song are very groovy. Now that I listen to him, I'm like, damn, if we thought this was a man, that's a little, weird. Yeah. But at least I'm talking like 5-6 years old listening to And so it's like, oh, he sound nice, Mom. We like Sade. We like Sade. So she's like, that's a woman and her name Sade. So shout out to Sade. Her voice is super smooth, super groovy.
All right, so that's a really interesting thing, right? Because when Zoe listens to music, right? Zoe, 4 years different. I can kind of imagine what you were listening to.
Yeah.
But I don't think Zoe. Well, I asked the question. I think I know the answer.
Yeah.
Zoe, when you were listening to music, like, did you recognize that women were singers and men were rappers?
Not really, because you got some women
rappers. Man. Yeah, we grew up
that I grew up on.
Yeah. Queen Latifah,
man, I used to hear her.
UNIT,
speaking like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh, I see this video on TV and see women in there. And I'm like, you got some women rappers.
Okay.
It's fade away, you know it don't be like the dude rappers.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It seems like it don't go that far. It just shit down. Really supposed like they supposed to have their own empire or something.
Yeah, right.
But hey.
Yeah, it's always a wave, like you said. But we need to have a wave that sticks for sure.
Yeah.
You remember Queen Latifah, Eve, all of them was coming out, man.
But you know, like that's like from Queen Latifah to Eve,
Missy Elliott
is at least like even like Missy, Eve, like all of that. That's really like a 10-year gap.
Yeah, it's like I said, it'll go somebody else hot.
So like, what,
you right,
like,
you right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so like if we thinking, if like we just kind of lump. Like I don't think we don't lump Kendrick in the same boat as Big Daddy Kane.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we don't lump Kendrick in the same boat as shit like Lil Wayne even. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like early 2000 Wayne.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like late aughts Wayne.
Yeah,
like
we came up on Wayne.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like so it's like Wayne. We don't look at Wayne and Kendrick as the same.
No.
But when we're talking about women, it's like Queen Latifah, Lauryn Hill.
Don't.
Yeah.
But
that's
when
20 years.
Music, like, humans, that's just how it works. We about to change that, though. That's why I ain't worried about it, man. Because, we got Vitamin C, we got Young Jules, we got Sika. And I'm still, like, I met, like, 3 girls. I posted a tweet, like, gonna be in Jackson today. Any artists or anybody want to link up. And they just around the area and make music, all types of stuff. Got buzzes. I'm like, where y'all been? And it's just like that on Twitter. Just like they're just coming out of nowhere, and it's Mississippi. So and then like me living in Georgia, I lived in Georgia for 2 years. Seeing that, it was girl DJs, bro. It's so many women DJs coming up in Georgia, my age, man. And then I know some folks in Chicago too, like girl groups and stuff, like duos, bro. It's dope. It's
like one of my favorite women rappers. It's Nuisance. She was in this group, Psychodrama.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, she was like underground Chicago hip hop, but Nuisance was like a problem.
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying, man. It's bars.
Yeah, like for real, like Nuisance was a problem.
Yes,
and it's like, that's one of the things that I like about Sika. I think she is very talented.
For sure.
Renee Lee might be coming through. But like really like kind of attaching like real like womanhood into the work. Like so how does your experience as a woman kind of play out in your work?
I feel like I am going to break down some barriers whenever I do enter the industry. I know, like, that's why I ain't sweating, like, my time. Some people sweat, like, oh, what if I get too old? Or what if I stop, creating is good? I ain't sweating that because I know when it happens, it's going to happen right on time. Because I'm going to break down so many barriers, man. I don't wear the makeup and the... which is what they expect from women rappers these days, to show so much skin, and I don't know why that's all they expect. We have that, just like the dudes, as many men in hip hop we have. It's so many categories of men in hip hop. Like, we're gonna do that for the women, so we're gonna have the ones that show the skin, the sexy women, let them do their thing. The me's, if there's some more me's out here, I'm a hippie ass girl from Mississippi. I am Black Power. I am, damn, I'm a lot. I am a lot. I am hood, man. Hold it down for real. I'm hood, man. I am very open to so many cultures. Like, I'm open. I'm trying to learn a lot of languages. I'm trying to open businesses. Like, I'm learning myself still. You feel me? I just turned 22. I'm learning myself now, but I have a lot on my plate that I'm trying to do. But I haven't seen anyone in the industry that I can compare myself to completely, you feel me? So that lets me know, like, I'm doing something right, staying true to myself. But definitely, back on the Trailblazer tip, man, Missy Elliott, Queen Latifah, all of them, I peeped their game, Lauryn Hill. Trying to think of more, like, I always, like, man, I ain't gonna be able to name all these folks, because I've written them down. Like I said, I prepared for this my whole goddamn life, man. I got a whole list. But it's, like, definitely the Trailblazers, though. Definitely the Trailblazers.
So, what's it like, because you were telling me earlier that, like, you just rock, right? Like, so you just got off, like, so what's it like when you're traveling? And it's definitely gonna be a question for you, too, so, like, what's it like when you're traveling? Like, how are people responding to you? How are they responding to the work? Like, what's some things that they say to you about it?
Man, so far it's just like people are giving me good energy back, saying, it sounds distinct, like something they haven't heard before. Okay. But on this past project on New Rebel Groove, I used auto-tune, which I didn't use on this is my 4th project, by the way. I have 3 projects that I released prior to that. Just on some, that's the one I did most professionally, but the other 3 was just on some releasing. Just like I said, I used to record in my room. And the one before that I recorded in my homie's crib in Georgia, so I actually recorded a project while living in Georgia called Higher. It was before that one. And that's the only one that I've really just put bread behind, you feel me? Going into the studio, getting it mastered, learning what that is, getting it mastered, putting the marketing behind it, getting physicals. So I've been getting a good response, man, getting on foot, getting those physical CDs to the folks. Man, I bought we had 50 CDs last night. I thought I was going to give out 10, just at the end of the show, I was like, raise your hand if you want a CD. Everybody, I ran out. I had 50 CDs in one. It was a barbershop about, the side. Hey, man, it was nice. I want to go back.
He's a good dude.
I want to go back. That energy was so great, bro.
So, how did the other artists kind of respond to you as a woman? Did it feel like a thing, or was it just
it didn't feel like a woman thing at all. I was mostly Mississippi. That's what I'm rapping. I was like, am I the only person in Mississippi on the lineup? But I didn't even ask if I was the only girl. I kind of peeped that. I wasn't able to stay for the last few acts. I was in the middle, but it was super hip hop, super hip hop culture for sure. None of this new time and stuff. So I was in love with it. I love it.
So when you're kind of out and about, one, that's your little sister, right?
Mama.
So what's it like to be watching your little sister?
Oh, I already knew from the start. Like I said, when I went to school and she was still doing music and she wrote the first song and sent it to me when I got back, I'm like, this you? This ain't the only song. They keep coming on. I'm like, shit, you took it more serious than me. You made a whole mixtape. I ain't never made no mixtape. I made many songs, singles and stuff. Just playing around with it. She put a whole mixtape together. So I was like, got you a mixtape? She like, mixtape? Like, yeah, put it together. You gotta get your cover and all that. So she really stuck with it and did it. I said she was young then. I'm like, let me see if she gonna keep on. Never stop. I'm talking about consistent. Every year, month, she doing the music.
So what's it like when y'all out? Do you feel like a need to protect her, or do you
that's why I bring
it. That's really why I'm all the time. Where you feel you finna go? Okay, I'm going with you, But I know she got herself, but girl being this, how girls is in the industry, they got 100 security guards, but she tough girl, but I'm still gonna be right there.
Yep.
Yeah, but
so why do you think that's necessary?
Man, necessary in that somebody do something, harm them, cause she respectful person and talk well with people, so I don't be worried about that. She can be somewhere like here, and I'll be way around there. I don't come unless she call me. That's why I'm over here.
Yeah, okay.
Just to give her that extra support and know she just ain't by herself out here.
Yeah, man.
Really doing it by herself. She started it all by herself, but she ain't really by herself. Like somewhere around.
Man, he know, like, if I hear about an opportunity, I'm gonna reach out to him, and then I'm gonna let him know, like, oh, I did this, I booked it, so we going here. He's like, okay, cool. So yeah, man, right hand guy. And then like I said, I grew up watching him write, started writing, and I just went with it. Really, the internet. I was on the internet more than him, so I started reaching out to a lot of people on the internet. Like, my foot is in the door, bruh. My foot is in the door for sure with a lot of people in the background of a lot of artists in the industry, and it's mainly just them knowing my name. That's all I care about. They just know me as a girl from back in the day. They used to hit them up all the time. Like, I used to just be on Twitter and stuff, like, writing people, like, look at my cover to your song.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Or I'll find out, like, who their, outside entourage is, and I'll send it to them. I was doing this at a young age. So, and it was before it got, because it's social media's crazy right now with the promotions. Yeah. It was before it got that wild. So I was able to get my foot in the door with a few folks that are just, I feel like they still, keeping up with me, man. For real. Just to see what's going to happen, because energy is real. I mean, they probably just feel the energy, man.
So, like, does being a woman influence your music in any real way?
Yes.
How?
It does. I feel like being a woman influences my music because I feel the need to be powerful. You feel me? And not sound, I don't know, not sound like I'm not proud. Like, that's my point. I want you to know I'm a boss. I'm the boss. You feel me? Like, everything that I'm trying to do with my brand, with Aisha RaQuel, with anything that I put my name behind, I want to be the forefront of it, the creative director of it, get everything together like I do. Like I said, I do my covers, man. I'll edit my videos if I have to. I promote myself, man. Like, I'm trying to be an entrepreneur. And be, push the fact that I'm a woman in that, as well. So definitely trying to get that out the
We'll wrap in a second, but I want you to tell me the story of, like, asking your grandmother for the microphone or her just being like, tell me that story. Man,
let me tell you. So I've always, well, not always, but when I did discover that you can order stuff on the internet, that's really what helped me, for real, man. The internet helped me because I didn't even think to go, like, to a music store. I could have easily went to a music store, like Mississippi Music or something, got a microphone. But yeah, like I said, I used to reach out to people online all the time, and I saw somebody who had a microphone in their videos. Like I said, I did covers, and there's a lot of people doing covers from around the world. It's like I connected with them people. Like, how you get that microphone, man? How you doing that? So it was, matter of fact, it was a girl that I reached out to who was rapping. I don't remember her name, and this was like 2010. So I reached out to her, like, man, what kind of microphone that is you got there? How you doing this in your room? So yeah, she told me what kind of microphone she had. I got the exact same microphone. Okay. Pulled it up, and I was like, oh yeah, that's the one. Pulled it up on the I think it was Amazon. Showed my mom. She's like, you better ask your grandma. You know how they go. You better ask your grandma. Went to ask your grandma. I'm like, and she knew me. I love to sing. They used to ask me to sing in church every Sunday. Every Sunday. As a baby, like. And I used to just do it, man. Find a song, sing it for her. Because it was like a lot of older people in my church. It wasn't too many younger folks after a while. So I loved it, though. And she knew, like, I love to sing. So it was a breeze, really, man. She got it for me.
That's dope.
And I made it, man. I got my money's worth. Well, my grandma's money worth out of that microphone, man. I record it every day, faithfully. I need to get back on that. Yeah. Recording every day, even if I don't put it out, it's just a practice, getting that soul out. Yeah, man. I'm looking for a producer right now, though. It's really, I don't make beats. He used to make some beats on Fruity Loops growing up.
They gonna make them beats.
You know, like that's what they say Mustard did.
Either mustard.
Yeah, it was just like, show me how to make a beat, and then like he just became Mustard because he played with it.
Yeah.
So like, just think about that. You know?
Yeah.
Like she looking for a producer.
For real, like he used to make. And
talk about that though.
hey man, we're trying to get the equipment going.
Oh, yeah. And once you learn it, you know too much. You how to do it once you learn.
I'm excited. Like, so what's some takeaways from you about being a woman making this music here?
What's some takeaways? You mean like disadvantages?
No, like takeaways. Like, what are some things that you've learned being a woman making this music?
Let's see. Really, man, you just gotta go 10 times as hard as a male. And I feel it's because they look at us for our look more, you know, just for our look as in like attraction. You know, they look for your attraction, and pretty much if you ain't got too much to say about, you know what I'm talking about.
I really don't. Like,
you don't know what I'm talking about.
So if it's sexually.
Yeah. But I mean, like, basically, to be real, I feel like all this new rap these days in our generation about is sex, drugs, money, cars. Just everybody just saying it differently. Everybody trap. Everybody got females, money, cars, just in different ways. But yeah, even girls now. You feel me? So I feel like even if you not talking about that, it's just I don't know. You gotta sell yourself pretty much. If you ain't selling yourself, you don't get much success. But I'm trying to do it the most authentic way as possible. Just talk about my perspective and talk about my beliefs. And I like to make turn-up music too. Something fun for people to just groove to. You know, ain't gotta have no substance matter. But I just feel like we gotta work harder. Just I don't know, man. You know, hip hop is it's a man's world. Period. Like for real. Like especially me, I'm trying to be my own manager, my own boss. It's like imagine me walking up. You're like, who you think you is? Look, girl. Like, nah. And then I'm like, but nah. Yeah, you should have told me why. The dude, Mike is the one that was DJing last night. Yeah. You could ask him. I walked up and was like, yeah, I'm Aisha RaQuel. Yeah, because my brother then was in the car, man. It was taking too long. So, man, I feel walking here by myself then. I don't know nobody. Walking up. Nah. But yeah, I don't know, just me, like I said, looking out for myself. I try to pay attention to my body language, my posture, just the way I deliver myself. Just gotta, get used to communicating. Like I said, whenever I'm not in the forefront or performing, which I don't do much, I'm mostly in my room or in the studio creating just somewhere solo, no interaction. It's just me and my art. So when you actually got to get out there and interact with folks about it, because that's how you're going to get your career off the ground. It's a whole nother ball game. So, just preparing myself for that, man. I'm ready for it, man. Like I said, it's my first interview, so
you did great. You did great.
Grateful.
You did great. I'm serious about like figuring out what this story is about. Your grandmother and this microphone.
We could do that. Hey, she would love. You want to know something? You'll come to talk about. I'm gonna show her this too. You'll come to talk about a microphone. My grandma will be talking about
everything.
She'll tell you about
history stories.
And I'm still learning all of her history. So I would love to sit down. We gonna talk. We gonna have some coffee.
So this is what we gonna do. We're gonna set this up. I still got your information. You gonna hit me. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna set it up. And you are going to interview your grandmother.
Cool. Oh, hell yeah. For real,
we'll give you a couple questions to kind of shape the conversation.
Yeah.
But you'll interview your grandmother.
Yeah, for sure, man. We can go to the crib and everything. For real. We can do that. It can be a whole little...
Yeah, we got to.
documentary type thing.
Yeah, we got to.
Just off that. Yeah. Because she's like my solitude. For sure. Grandma is definitely...
We'll definitely take a picture of you and your grandma.
Yeah, need that. Grandma's definitely a major influence. On just my me being the boss that I'm trying to be. She's very independent.
Well, hold on, before we get out of here, tell me about that. Like, talk to me about like grandma.
Independent woman.
Yeah, like tell me about that. What does that mean?
Independent woman. She has always liked to do everything for herself. And I grew up with her mostly. Like I was with my grandma mostly growing up, so I spent a lot of time with her, man. We'll wake up and she was a real community woman, so I got that from her too. She was a part of the NAACP chapter in Hattiesburg, and our community there that she lives in, they were like the headquarters of the Freedom Summer or whatever. So people would come down there to learn how to read and write, to vote and stuff back in the 60s. Okay. So it's a lot of history, bro. She's like a walking history book.
Okay. Like, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, it's my lady. Mercedes. It's like Mercy D's. It's spelled like Mercedes, but this is how you spell it. Mercy D's. But if you saw it, you would say Mercedes. Mercy D. Yep, mercy. The root word mercy, forgiveness.
Mercy D's.
Yep.
I'm with it. All right, I'm serious.
For real.
I'm serious.
We're gonna do that, and she'll talk to us, man.
Okay.
And she'll tell you, like my grandma be having to remind me sometimes, like, hey, there's music. You still do the music, baby. Yeah, for real. Like she won't ask me about school, work, nothing, man. It's just I don't know. She just knows, man. Like it's right here. And I feel like this is the year, man, for getting a lot off the ground. At least it ain't gotta be the year for like everybody know who I am, but for sure, gaining a new fan base, man, a solid fan base at that.
That's what it is.
For sure, Aisha RaQuel. In here, what we gonna call this podcast?
We're doing this conversation around just women in hip hop, and I think it might just turn into like posting like excerpts and doing
you
so
should.
It's gonna be a whole story.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a whole story.
Yeah.
So like I've talked to Sika.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that would be bruh.
Talked to Jules.
Bruh, this is so dope.
It's like Renee Lee was supposed to come. I reached out to Vitamin C. So like really just kind of like figuring out.
Yeah.
And like I tell you the same thing I told Jules. Like if you know somebody that you've reached out to that this would be a good look for, that you think it would be cool, like just whatever Jules sent you.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Whatever Jules sent you about me, send that to them and give them my information, and then we'll set up a whole little, bro.
That's dope. This is dope. I'm with it. I'm with the movement.
That's what it is.
Y'all on Facebook too, though?
Yeah, it's loveblackgirls.org. That's our website.
Loveblackgirls.org. Black women, black magic, period.
And then I think it's the Lighthouse Black Girls.